I think they can hear this part.
Yeah. No, I know. Not yet?
You're still good?
Things fucking up.
Now people are going to be like, we definitely can't hear you. We probably shouldn't have started this too early. Turns out you were right, Ed.
Oh, we're good. We're on. We're on. We're good.
Yeah.
We're on. We're live.
Working? Is it good?
We're good. Welcome to our beautiful little show here on Tuesday nights in Gardena, California. Christopher. I was gonna call you Christopher Fucker.
I'm pretty sure you just said Gardenia.
Did I say Gardenia?
I think you said Gardenia, California.
We're off to a great start here
Yeah.
on our Tuesday night in Gardena, California. It is lovely to be here with you folks. We were out last week. I was under the weather, and thank you guys for reaching out and giving me your thoughts and prayers. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
You're well liked, sir.
Thank you.
People were concerned about you.
People were concerned. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. To my left, or to your right when you're watching this, is my best friend.
I'm really tired. Just blinked.
My fellow Viking. Go Vikings.
Is that their thing? I feel like
it's on
that's
in the
taken
video.
by somebody.
The Venture Brothers. Did you watch that?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Is it a cartoon?
It was on Adult Swim.
How's that by then? After Dragon Ball? When did it come on? When did it come on in relation to Dragon Ball?
Whew. This was like a fairly recent show, like maybe 10 years ago.
No. How old are you?
33?
You were watching Cartoon Network at 23 years old?
It's not it's the Adult Swim version of Cartoon.
What channel is that
so
on?
What
channel is that on?
Same channel as Cartoon
What
Network.
channel? It's okay.
Yeah. But
Don't get me wrong. I fuck with.
You know, it was like the Aqua Teen Hunger Force, like all that, like.
Yeah, it's in that kind of range.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I've never seen it. I'm sure it sounds great.
It's actually a really good show.
I'm getting ready to start this Ted Lasso. I'm waiting until I get to Hawaii, and I'll watch an episode or two. But maybe after that, I'll get to
if anyone is going to enjoy a show about positivity and football and like the results of being a positive person, like it's going to be you.
I do like football, and I do like positivity.
Like I think you're going to say a lot out of like Ted Lasso as a character, and his like Ted Lassoisms.
So he's like a Ron Swanson, but positive.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get into that. I love Ron Swanson, even as a negative guy. Like that's my level of. It's not even negativity. It's just like pessimism. That's my level of. I guess pessimism.
No, I think you. So before we recorded a Patreon before the show. So if you want to support us, you see that QR code right above us. You can go to our Patreon and support us. You described it. I think you said nihilism. I'm
getting there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's.
I don't care about so much stuff.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I think me and you are there. Like I'm with you. I'm like I can't bother with that because it doesn't affect me and I don't care about it.
Yeah, and it's that and trying to put a little more emphasis in understanding how much time and energy I've given things that I didn't care about, if that makes sense.
Like things that can, like ultimately wouldn't
none
even
of it matters.
Yeah,
none of it very
matters. Positive. This is very positive side of the show.
Well, of course. Why isn't it positive? Like
I guess so. Getting rid of negative stuff in your life is like, yes.
The majority of the things I have found of like, if you're looking at a pile up of negativity, not people who have, individual big things that are not going their way. And obviously that's a huge portion of their life. But for the people who seem to have this like snowball effect where it's one thing after another, most of it doesn't really matter. And so, but when you figure out the things that do matter, it puts into perspective all the shit that doesn't matter. And so I can't get away from it. I keep coming back to how little so much of it matters. And it's taking up a lot. It's taking up too much of my time, probably. But I'm finding so much peace in it.
Yeah, which is funny because it's supposed to take, the things that are in your life that are wasting time out of it, and you're saying it's taking a lot of time.
But it's invested time. Mm-hmm. Like it's helping me I guess it's helping me have it's not even necessarily positivity more in my day, but I waste less time thinking about negativity and thinking about, a person who may want to do, bring you down or say something to like purposely try to make you feel a certain way.
No, I get you, man. I get you.
It's worked out well. I'm enjoying it.
Speaking of Patreon, we did do like I said, we did do a Patreon episode before recording our live show. And if you are a Patreon member, we did do the giveaway today for the authentic jersey. So go find out if you won or not. It might have been you if you were, and even if you were last month and you might have canceled on us, I still entered you into the drawing because we started it last month. So go and find out. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. If you're the winner, we'll probably get in contact with you tomorrow. We'll get your details or should we let them know? Because we usually drop those on Friday.
Just let them.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it at the show. But we'll contact you.
We'll figure it out. And we'll let you know.
We'll contact you.
You know how this goes. Come
you
on.
know how this works.
We'll contact them on Friday.
There you go. We'll contact you on Friday. Yeah, man.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
You're doing well.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Superman does good.
I do good too.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
I do good things.
Yeah, calm down.
I'm a good person.
I do good.
I'm a good man.
How are you? Are you sure?
No. I'm doing well. Just coming off of a crazy week last week of finishing up, my associates and us graduating. It's been a month.
I got a DM from a friend of mine that was like, wait, so you two even graduated together? I was like, well, yeah, we'd like to do
We do everything.
We do as much together as we can.
And it's funny. It happened to work out that way.
Yeah. It's just funny timing.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Because had I not had previous credits from the past 2 times I tried to go to Long Beach City, it wouldn't have happened.
Wait, not just Long Beach City.
Well, I got no credits from any other college. And I went
Really?
to
You got no credits from... Dude, you spent like 3 years at El Camino and got no credits.
I spent 2 weeks at El Camino, and I was like, I'm not going back.
But you see how much I didn't... How often I was telling you, it didn't matter how late you were going back. Like, once you stopped caring... But once you stopped caring about how late you ended up going back, like, we graduated together.
It started when I stopped being a lazy piece of shit and was like, you need to stop going to college for 2 weeks and then, quitting.
Just keep showing up.
Yeah.
It's so mastering anything that you're into is really, really easy.
And I'm going to interrupt you and argue with you. You were lazy, but you weren't a piece of shit. I'll just say that.
Ed was. We were all pretty bad.
Ed's a good guy.
You're talking about in the time.
I'm not going to say Ed's not.
In the time I've known you.
In the time I'm not. I mean, I'm not. Okay. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm like.
Well, I'm like we've done
lazy
shitty
as shit.
things. We've done shitty things. You're not a shitty person.
We went over this in the Patreon. So if you want to listen to our stories and stuff, you can go there.
What's up, Taco?
But yeah, I mean, mainly just it was going back with a purpose. Before it was just for me, and like going back now, it was for a purpose.
Yeah.
Because for me, like me being self-deprecating and hating myself was like, well then I don't care.
Yeah.
But now it's being for other people.
I'll give him a hug. You want a hug?
No, I'm good.
You sure? Okay, I'm here for you. I hear I give good hugs.
He does. He's a good hugger.
You want to ask who gets the better hug, sir? I'm the hug machine.
You really?
I'm known for my hugs.
George, that's a shirt right there, the hug machine with Ed.
With Ed pointing at himself. He had 2 thumbs pointing at himself, smiling like fucking Ted DiBiase.
Who's got 2 thumbs and there's a hug machine? This guy.
God. Oh, I'm just looking at the delay on the screen. It's amazing. Yeah, man. I always believed you could do it. I believe you can do anything you put your mind to. You once you're focused, you're not. You say like, oh, your brain's all different. You're not much different than me. You just need to believe in yourself and fucking cut out the bullshit and the excuses and just get it done.
That's what it is. It's just stop thinking I can't do it, because obviously like I can and I did, and that's now more than anything I'm like, oh, well, I know I can do it, and I can do anything that I pretty much set my mind to.
Whether you say you
do
it,
that ends my PBS message.
Whether you say you can do it or whether you say you can't do it, you're right.
Yeah.
You just need to fucking do it.
Yeah.
You just keep doing it. Whatever it is. Whatever you're into, just keep doing it.
This might be the shirt. Don Fredo goes, hug machine is soggy.
God.
That might be the shirt that we need to make.
Selling out everywhere.
Name of the episode.
Hug machine.
Hug machine is soggy. But yeah, man, it's been crazy. It's finally over with, and we're college graduates. We're gonna have actual physical degrees and from college in 6 to 8 weeks. They said they're gonna ship them out or something like that.
10.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the and then
It's just fucking piece of paper.
I get a 2-week summer vacation and I start summer school for my bachelor's. So
Get back in.
Right back at it, baby.
Right back at it, man.
Yeah. So that's fun, and I'm getting excited for that. Going to online. Well, it's a school in Ohio, Central State University.
Is that your HBCU?
Yes.
There you go.
I'll be going to HBCU.
You gotta play it.
I was so excited when I told Chris. I'm like, now I think you were the first one I told that I got into it, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna go to HBCU, man.
You gotta try to play. It's a historically black
college or university.
Yeah. You got to try to pledge to a fraternity.
No, because you have to
I
actually
want to
be
see
there.
you fucking stomp in the yard, man. Let's get out there.
Phi
Beta Kappa.
You know what? I'm gonna get some Timbs, and I'm gonna start my own chapter out here.
Get some Timbs. I'm not gonna lace them up. They're all gonna be laced up, but then at the end we're not gonna tie it. And then you got to get oversized. You need to be in a black fraternity in like 1996 in my head, like my version.
No,
of
I
a
feel
black
like
fraternity.
all those. Well, definitely like the TV shows. You had like the programs that were like, what was it?
You should join a drum line.
Oh, that'd be
Just
dope.
you and Nick Cannon.
I just want to fucking just drop the sticks on somebody.
That's it. Just let somebody else come out drumming, and then you walk out of the end.
Look
them dead in the eye.
I slowly wobble jog over to them.
Hey, hang on, guys.
And then drop the sticks in front of them.
Hang on, guys. We're coming. You're late.
2 minutes.
2
minutes. That's a 50-yard dash. It's gonna take a little bit.
Like halfway there.
It's gonna take me a little
They're
bit.
just like,
They're like, why is the mascot running over here?
It's good to have you back, man.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. And then, so next week, just a little
Housekeeping.
Next week, I won't be here. I will be in Ohio. Just happened to be in Ohio, visiting some in-laws. And so I won't be here next week. And then the following 3 weeks after that, Christopher Tucker is going to be just huluing around Hawaii.
Sunning it up.
In his grass skirts and his coconut shell bra.
Yeah.
George.
Oh. Yeah. Nope.
George.
Not necessary.
George.
Ed is a hug machine. It's really the direction you want to go
Hug
in.
machines and Tucker in a grass skirt.
On a car dash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So when Chris is out, I don't know what they're going to do next week. I think it's just going to be Tucker and Ben next week. But after that, we're going to have a rotating guest hosts.
Okay.
So confirmed so far. We have a couple. Well, we're waiting on a third to confirm, but we will have a couple people in here after. I think it's the last Tuesday in June and the first 2 Tuesdays in July. We'll have a guest host.
So what you're saying is it's not going to be you and me, so people can still tune in.
You can still tune in. It will still be a good show, hopefully.
I'm downloading it.
I hope you listen. You know what? I would hope you wouldn't listen to it.
It's so weird. I occasionally listen back to these episodes, and all I listen for is you. I can't. The idea that people would listen to me instead of you just doesn't. It genuinely doesn't make any sense to me. You're much funnier than me. It's not even. It's not close.
You're popular, bro.
But you're funny.
I'm just a hanger on.
You riding my coattails to podcast success.
I'm just getting those sloppy seconds of accolades.
Yeah. You're part of my jet stream, sir.
I'm just picking up all the
like a vulture.
No,
I'm the Brian Jordan to your David Beckham. Where I'm just getting that fall off for you, man.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yes, but Tucker still gets. I mean, doesn't
And
matter
then
what you
Ben-
say. They still go after Tucker.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't understand. I listen when I do listen. You're so much
Ben be
funnier.
in that situation? So that scenario. I'm Brian Jordan. You're the David Beckham.
I'm like Raul, the kick
Josh
guy.
Tudela.
No, I'm the
You're
kick
really
guy.
Or
not
what
as
was
cool as
what was the homie's name? The Buffalo.
Alvaro
Perez.
Perez.
Yeah.
That's just hurtful, man.
You're shaped. You're not far, man. You're getting there. I'm getting a little
Hey
concerned.
man, at least he scored a goal one time. So I mean,
Think so,
you'll be all right.
And that was actually just recently on. I think that came up on one of the histories.
Yeah, like a couple weeks
recently.
ago. That's why I remember it.
Are you announcing who's going to be the guest, or is it more like a wait and see?
Well, I'm first. I'm going to confirm that third one, and
Okay.
then
Roll it
see
out
where
from
their
there.
dates are, so that they can come in and
Okay.
we can. But I can confirm one of them. I'll confirm one of them.
Can you confirm the first one?
He was in our live chat earlier.
Hey.
You're very familiar with him on the show. We're actually going to have Big Tony
Big
live and in studio for one of the weeks. So
Tony. You drinking a little bit?
he said he's going to bring a bottle of
Well,
whiskey.
of course I didn't ask about him. I know what he's going to do.
That'll be interesting. But yes. So that's one of them that's going to come on.
I can't wait for that.
We have another one confirmed that they'll be available, and then we're waiting on the third. So it's be exciting. I'm excited, man. I've been wanting to get Big Tony in here for a while. So unfortunately, you're not going to be here when he's here, but hopefully, maybe, if it goes well, he'll be on for a second time.
Well, yeah, hopefully he comes back.
Yeah.
At a time I'm here, but it'll be nice to listen, as a listener,
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
rather than critiquing Ben's production work.
So let's get into a little bit of the Galaxy stuff, right? Today first.
You out of here?
Thank you, Ben. Ben's going to get out of here for the night.
Can you bring me a Diet Dr. Pepper? Yeah.
And a water would be nice, Ben.
Water.
Yeah.
I'll
Water.
take a water too, Fair, if you wouldn't mind. If you're going.
Thank you, Ben. Ben's been a fucking treasure these last couple of weeks, especially helping out with the
He's like, you're a piece of shit before then, but last few weeks,
you've been
you've really been picking it up, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate the work you're doing.
Appreciate it, Ben. Love you, Ben.
I'll be right back.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's get into some Galaxy stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Today marks a very, very special day in Galaxy history.
Noteworthy.
Noteworthy day in Galaxy
Noteworthy to
history.
say the least.
Man, June 15th, 2021 marks the longest drought without an MLS Cup in team history.
Mm-hmm.
It has been coming. We've been counting down the days, Christopher.
Yeah. Talked about it first, some could say.
Some might say. Some might say.
Accurate people would.
It's unfortunately that this is the longest period. It was the beginning of the first game of the inaugural season to our cup win in 2002.
April 13th, 1996 to October 20th, 2002. This is 2,381 days. And June 15th marks 2,381 days. June 15th marks 2,382 days since our 2014 MLS Cup win.
Ugh.
Yeah,
You know who to blame.
everyone seems happy again.
Look, we're get a space, man. Look, it's
That's two separate things.
starting a good season. Maybe have clouded that a little.
I don't know why. It's math. Like
Yeah.
it's you're not saying, hey, the coaching staff is going in the wrong direction or the tactics are going in the wrong direction. The guys who got us 2,000 of those days didn't have anything to do with Chicharito scoring a hat trick against the Red Bulls or getting a brace against Miami. Like that is, coaching staff and coaching staff and trainers and
That's them finally making a good decision.
tactics and it's the in-game plan.
Yeah.
The in-game plan is working because you got the right guy. The first 2,250 odd days or so mostly has been pretty nightmarish. We've had some very fun days. We've had some fun times for sure. Obviously Zlatan, a whole lot of fun, but then, as much fun as someone like Zlatan is, you're immediately reminded that you had a guy who was good enough to go back to Serie A when he was done playing here, and you consistently couldn't build anything around him to make it work.
Some might say wasted.
Completely wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, easily the most wasted player in the history of the league. The most wasted player in the history of the league is the most talented. I mean, he's the most, at the time he's here, the most talented. Yeah, things are going great now, and it's good, and let's keep that going. But yeah, man, it's been a long journey here, and it's not coming down on the Greg Vanney team or the Greg Vanney system or the Greg Vanney administration. It's just taking I think, and I could be wrong, but what I think is a fair look at every other year.
Mm-hmm.
Schelotto dragging 2020 way longer than it needed to be. Probably should have cut bait on him a little early just to save dignity, but we couldn't save dignity. We had a game plan. This Shelvik, we assume 5-year deal, sure.
Oh, it's not even assumed. We know it was a 5-year deal.
Well, I don't know when he's actually out. But the Shelvik deal, Siani not playing for a year, like just there's been a lot, man. Bruce Arena, the most success, the Sir Alex Ferguson of the Los Angeles Galaxy, the Sir Alex Ferguson of Major League Soccer. From the view from the outside, appearing to drive him to getting him to a position where he would want to leave. Let's say that, where he at least is interested in pastures anew.
Yeah.
When he's at the biggest club in the country with the biggest budget and godlike authority, that guy decides to step down and walk away. When he's won 3 or 4 major, MLS Cups, and you're willing to spend another $12 million on signings, he just seems to have less of a say in who those signings should be. There's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of it's a long journey to here, and they've all been under the administration. They've all been under the view of one person. Like one person has been a consistency throughout this time period. It's harder. It's a lot harder to win MLS Cup now. Like that's part of it. That's just part of the game. That
just numbers wise, there's more teams now.
Well, yeah, it's part of the game that I don't think gets added in the way that it used to. Last time we won an MLS Cup, there were 19 teams in the league. There's 27 now. They've added over a third of the total teams in the league just in the time since we last won. It's harder. It's going to get harder. And it's only moving to a position where, and you look at Miami. Miami is a fucking player. Miami is going to be a player in Major League Soccer.
Like they're breaking rules now, but those rules are going to change.
It's not even they're breaking rules now. You listen to the way that their owner's talking, and they're like, yeah, because there's fucking people who don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
Because there's guys who don't want to move forward. That's not the game we're playing. Yeah, you caught us. Cool. But we're trying to make it work, and we're going to keep trying to make it work. Like you have multiple active players actively trying to win an MLS Cup. It's not about the Galaxy figuring out a way to get to the final and getting across the line.
We just got to wait until they stop doing it poorly, and then we're in for some trouble.
When Miami figures it out,
Yeah.
Seattle stays consistent. It's been a journey to where we're at today.
Yeah.
And there's a reason we're consistently rebuilding. Rebuilt for Anolfo, rebuilt for Ziggy, rebuilt for GBS, rebuilt for Vanny. Like that each rebuild goes up the level, goes up the ladder of administration. Every single time you got to rebuild, you got to look above. What is the game plan?
There's a common denominator, man.
2,382 days. So I remember when I first started.
And it's only going to keep growing because there's
it's a long
6
time,
more months of the season.
I remember when I first started supporting the Galaxy, and I would hear stories from old Larsers and old Galaxy heads about like it felt like forever from when everything started, because we knew, we deserved to be there. We played attractive soccer. We deserved to be champions. And it was such a long wait. And now we not only are we okay with waiting, we are conditioning the next generation to be accustomed to waiting.
I think the difference though too was that we were there so many times. Mm-hmm. Like within, a hair's fucking whisker of snatching that MLS Cup.
Even if we weren't winning.
Yeah.
Like Robbie Russell's a single penalty kick kept us from winning in 2009. 2010, we were in the Western Conference Final. 2011, we won. 2012, went back-to-back.
But like you said, if you were a new fan in, say, 2016, 2015, like you knew nothing but losing.
Mm-hmm. We're terrible.
Yes.
Like it is, and I get people on Twitter.
And I think they've learned, like, you can't, we keep doing it, but you're leaning on the history of like, we won the cups before, but it's like, yeah, man, but it's been over 6 years. It gets
for me, it gets more embarrassing the more you have to do that, the further away you get from it.
Well, I feel like it was a lot of time, like when the Lakers were really bad.
Yeah.
For that, that long time.
Well, for us, it felt like a long time.
And it was always like, well, look at all our championships, look at all our banners. It's like, yeah, man, but you're not.
Well, it's not an argument you want to use.
Yes, you're not. and I felt like the same way with like Liverpool fans, where it's like, well, we used to be good.
Go ahead, mute.
We used to have No, like they were one of the best teams.
We used to be the top team.
We used to be the top team. I feel like we were. That's us a lot in the past couple of years.
Well, and if you're, I mean, look, a third of the league has been added since the last time we won MLS Cup. So for 8 teams, you're blowing hot air. You're talking bullshit. Like for their region, for like an Austin fan, they don't know anything about, no clue what you're talking about. You won some shit before we were here. Awesome. Orlando and New York Red Bulls were not in the league the last time we won MLS Cup. So what do you say to them?
You sure?
Yeah. They start at the next season. Like, what do you say to them? They started 2015. Last one we won was 2014.
New York Red Bulls.
No. NYCFC.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard Red Bulls.
I may have said I meant New York NYCFC.
No, I might have heard you. I might have heard it wrong too.
But they like any team, any fan base after Orlando, like didn't watch the Galaxy be this thing that we all remember them as, that we all speak about them as. What they remember us as is like Kurt Anolfo playing 7 USL players.
Us having Zlatan and not making the playoffs.
Siani and Shelvik as a center back pairing.
Yeah.
Like this is having Zlatan and missing the playoffs. Like this is what a healthy portion of the league thinks of the Galaxy. Like for them, our Twitter complaining is funny because what are you talking about? You're talking about some shit that is years removed. Like I hate Lala says it a lot and I hate it, but yeah, what have you done lately? It's been barren.
Yeah.
It's been real barren.
Barren and embarrassing most of the time. All right, let's move on to some MLS/Galaxy news. It was announced that MLS will be playing the Liga MX All-Stars in Los Angeles at the Stank on August 25th. I know we have some questions about this in our lightning round, so maybe we won't get too much into it. We can answer them there. But what do you think, man? I mean, at least it'll be close because some of our guys are going to be there.
Definitely,
yeah,
100%.
So, I mean, at least it's 30-minute drive.
Deservedly so. It's not. There's no other potentially nefarious reason.
But even like a 30-minute drive compared to like having them go on a flight.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ben. Love you.
Text me when you're done.
Boom. Thank you, sir.
Text me when you're done.
All right. Love you, Ben. Night, Dad.
Yeah, you got pretty titties. What do I think? It's an all-star game, man. I care as much as I usually care about it.
What's the mantra every year? Just no injuries.
Don't get hurt. Yeah, don't get hurt. You're close. Don't get hurt. Let MLS sell their tickets. This is one of those things I think we can, in unison, say we know kind of what's going on, and
Do they still have the rule if you get quote unquote injured for the game that you're suspended for the next one? Like the next
you're suspended for I think a couple.
No, it's only your next MLS game.
Okay.
I mean that's what it was last time.
I don't know. Probably.
Fucking silly MLS, man.
You got to make your rules to make it
so that people show up.
To make it appealing.
Yeah.
I mean, what player wants to play in this? Whatever. But it's.
Do they get bonuses? They have to get bonuses, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're this is outside of their job.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, I guess there are people who are not me that are going to be jazzed for it, and for those people, I'm really happy. Like, I don't care.
Shouldn't you play this game in like a non-MLS city?
Use it as marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all the places they would play this game have MLS teams.
Like a Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like those potential MLS cities.
Yeah, I mean, I think Phoenix is. I get what you're saying, but I think Phoenix is kind of earmarked as you are a potential destination in the future if you keep working in the way that you're moving. But this is less about selling tickets to a specific area and more about eyes nationwide and international.
Well, especially when you're playing against,
especially
the biggest market of soccer in this country.
Yeah, it's the first time we're playing an all-star team from another league.
Yeah.
We've never played an all-star team from another league before. I didn't know.
Well, it's usually been, East versus West, and then MLS versus
What's like a Bayern
whatever.
Munich or
Yeah.
Real Madrid, Chelsea, what have you.
loser as Chelsea couldn't beat MLS All-Stars.
It'll be. I'm interested to see who. I don't know much about. Was it Liga MX?
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention for years now.
Florian Thauvin. Let's go. Tigres. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? I'm glad they're happy. Whoever's happy, whoever's gonna go. I hope you have a good time.
Will you be watching?
Let's see. When is it?
August 25th.
Maybe. I don't know. Depends on what's on TV. What day of the week is that?
It has to be like a weekend,
Like a Sunday?
right? I
Maybe.
can look it up real quick if you want to vamp.
Yeah, I got a couple of whatevers for it. It was announced on
It's a
November.
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. No, I'm not going to
It's
watch
a
it.
Wednesday night.
It was announced November 20th, 2019. It was originally scheduled for July 29th, 2020, and that got obviously scrapped for COVID. It's the first All-Star game to be played in Los Angeles since the 2003 All-Star game, where MLS All-Stars won against Chivas Guadalajara with goals from Ante Razov, Carlos Ruiz, and DeMarcus Beasley, 3 former Galaxy players. At least one of them contractually for a couple hours. There was a sellout attendance of 27,000, and if you are interested, tickets for this match will go on sale Thursday, July 14th at mlssoccer.com/allstar.
There you go. You can go and check that out.
The most comprehensive thing we've had for some shit we don't care about.
That we don't care about, yeah. All right, moving on. Let's talk some. We weren't here last week, so we didn't get to talk a lot of the news that came out last week. But it was announced that Derek Williams is suspended for an additional 5 games for his red card tackle. I don't know how much you want to get into this. It's a little bit beating a dead horse. There's been so many things discussed about it last week. Just real quickly, let's give your overview of the whole suspension and everything.
It's the second longest suspension in MLS history behind, was it Brian Mullen? Yeah, that Colorado player broke Steve Zakuani's leg.
I mean, basically,
literally ended his career. Yeah, he effectively ended his career. It's a 5-game suspension, 6 in total. He had the 1 original for the red card. He's going to miss the 19th against the Sounders, 23rd against the Whitecaps, 26th against Earthquakes, the 4th against Sporting Kansas City, and the 7th against FC Dallas. This is 4th total red card in his whole career, and obviously his longest suspension. And
I think on Corner Galaxy they were talking about how originally they wanted to give him 9 games.
Fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, Brian Mullen got 10 games for retribution against the wrong player.
Yeah, intentionally. Clearly
intending to take him out studs up. It's not even being a Galaxy fan. It's just a guy who watches soccer probably more than I should. I don't think there was intention to hurt Andy Polo.
No.
I think it's certainly a bad tackle. He deserves his 5 games. I saw people complaining about the length of time, and it's ridiculous. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible tackle. He was always going to see multiple games. It's a matter of how many. 9 is crazy. 9 is 1 less than Mullen is nuts. People are overreacting. People on all the sides seem to be overreacting greatly, as is to be expected. Serve your punishment. Sit your games. His 5 games are deserved. 6 games total are deserved. Sit your games. We're going to hurt from it. Hopefully Koulibaly can come in and hang out a little bit and Steris can kind of pick it up. But
I think he came at the right time, right?
Perfect timing. Yeah. But it's a justified suspension. In my opinion, it's a justified suspension.
I'm with you. It was a terrible tackle. Again, this is, you've heard it everywhere now. This is beating a dead horse, but it's a deserved suspension. He doesn't deserve to be banned from the game or
suspended for the year.
Suspended for as long as Andy Polo is out of the game.
Fined his salary, whatever the crazy
come
was.
On.
None of that craziness needs to happen.
No, and then it's not a great time for him to be out so many games, especially with a lot of like the Gold Cup and World Cup qualifiers coming up and everything like that. But it is what it is, and hopefully he comes back, and Andy Polo gets he heals quickly and everything's all right with that dude. But
yeah, it's soccer. Bad tackles happen.
Yeah.
Injuries happen. It's a part of the game. You move on.
All right. Let's move on. We're going to move on to...
Is that a Pride shirt? I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I've had this for a couple years now.
Oh, it's old? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't mean to slow you down. I was like, oh, it's a rainbow.
Yeah.
Right on.
I think I got it at the stadium.
Did you see the forward Madison Pride jersey? That shit is sick.
They come out with
Killing the
amazing
game.
kits.
Killing the
dude.
game.
Killing the game
game.
with kits.
Check if you haven't seen the forward Madison Pride jersey. Check it out.
So it was announced last week that our beloved Chicha was named MLS Player of the Month with 7 goals and 1 assist in his 7 games played. That is enough for him to win Player of the Month. So congratulations to him. He's having a pretty sweet time of it. And we'll talk about that right now because he has been called up on the Mexican national team preliminary list for the Gold Cup that is happening this summer, along with Jonathan, which is more than likely he'll be called up as well.
Yeah.
You have Leggett, who will be called up for USA. Harvey, who's going to be called up for Panama. O'Neal Fisher will be called up for Jamaica.
Araujo might get called up for the U.S. men's.
Acosta is probably be called up for Honduras. People for Costa Rica. So it's going to be quite a bit of players that are going to be missing for us.
Hashtag call up Bond.
Call up Bondi. How do you think the Galaxy's gonna fare with a lot of these missing players?
We'll be fine. We'll be all right.
You have 2 of our probably most attacking players are gonna be away for a month and a half.
Yeah, Victor will be closer to full fitness, so he should be ready to come back. Ravalosan will be integrated into the squad by then, so you can just sit a little more defensive.
Yeah, we have these guys with their visa stuff, man. It's like it's crazy, but yeah, he should be here by then.
That's still a tough time for a lot of people. I'm less pessimistic than I think a lot of people are, but I'm still overall pretty satisfied with where we're at versus where I thought we would be. We're still in the positive. So having a good beginning of the season allows us to get through this Gold Cup run with, I think, I'm trying to think of the words I want to use. You're having.
I'm like, are you trying to positively spin not having a second forward?
Well, no, you're having. I've been yelling, Ed. My God, Ed. I swear, I've been for years, man. For years since Lawton, who didn't even need one, but you probably should have one. Going on 4 years. Cabral's gonna play up there. You can play Cabral up top when Chicharito's gone. And look, it's not really about whether we can survive with all the losses, because you're going to survive Harvey being gone. You're going to be fine with Harvey being gone. You're fine with Danilo Acosta being gone. It's Chicharito specifically.
People's already invisible. So
Pipo is he's on a separate journey.
Yeah.
But it's whether we can survive with Chicharito missing. We'll see Cabral up top, guaranteed. You can see Zubac back out on the wing. You can see Dunbar out on the wings. We've kind of been building for when these guys start missing. But Chicharito is going to hurt if he gets up to the goal scoring accolades prior to it and is a realistic shot at going. People got to remember they call 60 players in for the provisional roster. That's 3 times more than they can actually select for the roster. He's likely going to get cut. He's more than likely going to get cut. I think they kind of had to call him in based on missing forwards for this last tournament.
It's so funny. What was it? It was the game against. Was it the Nations League final?
Semifinal.
Was
final was against us.
Yeah, I know. Or it might have been the semifinal where
Costa Rica.
Everyone was calling for Chicha.
Yeah.
Like
they needed a goal.
So much so that he was trending on Twitter.
He needed a forward.
Yeah.
He needed a forward and he can play forward. And no disrespect to Chucky Lozano, but of what I've seen of him, he seems to do a little bit better when there's someone else to take a lot of the attention in the middle from him, and then it opens up space for him.
I just love that this guy is revitalizing his career, man. You gotta love it.
What more? It's what you should want. Yeah. You should want him to be getting called into a provisional roster. Provisional roster is great. It's going to give him an emotional boost, a confidence boost. And if I think he's old enough and realistic enough to know provisional roster, 60 man, probably not going to make the final cut. But until that time,
33% of a chance.
You as a Galaxy fan, you reap the benefits of him trying to impress the Mexican national team to potentially get called in. He hasn't scored in 2 games. Probably a great time for him to get a goal again. He's had a nice little break, given that he wasn't on the Nations League roster. last time he had a break, he started fucking banging goals in. Like, let's spirit bomb my boy.
We're gonna go
to the gold. Now
you gotta do it right.
And I'm.
Oh, you gotta do it right.
Cha-cha!
No.
What?
You gotta do spirit bomb. There you go.
I'm faced with this. I'm faced with the conundrum. You're right.
I fucking love it.
I'm faced with the conundrum of like I want Chicharito to go to the Gold Cup, and if he goes to the Gold Cup, I'm gonna support him every second he's there. Like he's my guy. I'm a club over country man. Anyway,
dude.
he's my dudes. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I've never rooted for a Mexican national team player like that before, so that'll be fascinating.
Shout out to Ben, because Ben got me an authentic Chicha community kit.
Oh yeah,
with patches, which I was like, I wasn't expecting that.
Ballin', because he loves you, man. You're a good guy.
So thank you, Ben, for that. That's
but good for Javier, man.
Yeah, man. Best of luck to him. I do hope he gets called up. It'll suck for us, but I mean, that's just him reaping the rewards for him working so hard.
Yeah. Tata Martino said Javier isn't on, when talking about him not making the Nations League roster. Said Javier isn't on this list because we went with other central forwards. There are 4 central forwards chosen, and Javier isn't there, but that doesn't mean he can't be chosen at another time. Seems like a fucking perfect time.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you're a Galaxy fan.
Well, yeah. If you're a fan of the Mexican national team, though, I'm sure you're maybe you're happy. It's you guys have
all-time leading scorer.
The struggle, yeah. Get him in there.
Alan Shearer could play for Newcastle United right now, today, just walk into the team.
Just walk in. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. All right, let's get into some Galaxy 2 news. Christopher,
let me ask you, Landon or Grand Seer? Who you starting right now? Today?
Ooh, right now?
Right now.
Fucking Landon.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
100%. 100%. The Galaxy 2 were supposed to play Charleston Battery last week, but the game was suspended due to bad weather.
Mm-hmm.
And they have rescheduled that game. It's going to be October 20th, and the kickoff will be at 4 p.m. But over the weekend, unfortunately, Galaxy 2 did lose to San Diego Loyal 2-1. Goals from Jorge Hernandez in the 61st minute. That ties him with for the Golden Boot with 6 goals.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's tied with 2 other players.
Nico Brett of Bethlehem Legion and Santi Moore of the Phoenix Rising.
There you go.
Grown men, by the way, 29 and 27, respectively. Jorge Hernandez, a young 20 years old.
And San Diego scored in the 75th and 84th minute to win the game. Unfortunately, came up on the bad end of that result. Fairly even game, pretty much through the whole of it. Jorge Hernandez again, it's just going in for him. Everything's going in for him.
Working for him, man.
Working for him.
Playing out attack in midfield too.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Their next game is going to be against the Las Vegas Lights. It'll be Wednesday the 16th. So by the time you listen to this, it'll more likely be the day of the game.
Tomorrow.
So go check that out. I believe they're like the next 2 games are going to be on Wednesday nights. It's kind of strange. But go check it out. Its kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. It's here at Dignity Health Sports Park, which I wonder, when are they going to start selling tickets to that?
I was thinking about that earlier today.
It's got to be soon, right?
I think it's just, I think it's accepting that Galaxy 2 is it loses money. Like it's designed to lose money.
But I mean,
if you open up the stadium, it's going to lose you even more money.
Really?
No, it's going to lose. It's 100% lose the money.
Not even like try to offset it a little bit.
100%. We'll lose the money.
I mean, you got to pay out like a bunch of staff.
You got to pay out the staff. You got to pay out security. You got to pay out concessions people. Or you can close the stadium and lose money on the operation as a whole anyway, but not have to pay security and concessions.
I guess I wonder if that is an offset. Like it's better to lose this much rather than losing this much. I guess it would be your cost value. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's why Klein makes so much more money than us. It's his job to make those decisions.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Like I like going to Galaxy 2 games. I like that there are people, seeing G's home games and then driving down to Orange County or what have you to see the G2 game. But they're for the organization, for the club, they're making the right decision. It's going to lose the operation money, and that operation is finally being successful to the first team in mass, to where you're getting several players coming through that second team. We want to do everything to financially incentivize AEG to keep Galaxy 2 going because it's working. So if right now they need to play behind closed doors, I can live with that.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I understand it. It's financially, it's more viable for them to not have people in the stadium because they'd have to pay all these other employees that they'd have to have in there.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It just sucks. Like you said, like I mean, some of the most fun times I've had were at G2 games. So
can't wait to go back.
Yeah,
but I would like to have something to go back to.
Yeah.
So I'll wait. I'll watch it on television.
Again, like I said, the next game for the G2 are going to be this Wednesday, so June the 16th at 7:30 p.m. The last meeting was the opener, the 5-0 G's win, where they just stomped Las Vegas / the 8 LAFC loanies that were sent out to Vegas.
9.
9?
9.
Oh, I thought it was 8. But okay.
I think the original loan was 8, and then they added one.
Okay. Las Vegas has started out the season with 4 straight losses, but over the last couple of weeks they've won 1 and drawn 1. The G's are second in the Pacific with 11 points, while Las Vegas is in last with 4 points. So Las Vegas is getting a little better, getting a little on their little hot streak.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the G's will stop that. Hopefully they will. Next we got the Seattle game, sir. First game. Sorry, I keep calling it home opener because it feels a bit like a home opener.
Like a reopener.
Yeah, like reopener. This Saturday, the Galaxy host Seattle Sounders.
So call it homecoming.
In the first full capacity
Still
game.
homecoming night. It's homecoming.
In 15 months.
Yeah.
Man, amazing.
Homecoming, man.
Homecoming.
It's homecoming.
I'm so sad. I'm gonna miss it.
I thought you were going.
I'll be in Ohio.
Wow, that is the worst exchange any person has
this
ever
was
had.
before, this was planned out before the whole opening up the state again. So, it is what it is, man.
Sad is what it is.
It's sad, but I mean, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a crazy party.
I'll be there.
Everyone's.
I'm bringing the missus, bringing the baby. I thought you were coming.
That sucks.
Young man's gonna be in his community kit and everything, looking for Uncle Eddie.
Yeah, that sucks. I won't be there.
For Ohio.
Yeah, I'll be in Ohio. We're visiting family. So, yep, that's fun stuff. The game's at 6 p.m.
It's much better.
Kickoff at 6:08 p.m. There are pregame celebrations with a concert from your very own Galaxy supporter, Mers. He will be having a concert from 4 to 4:45. The gates open at 12. They're opening them up early.
Going for it.
So you can get there as early as 12 o'clock to start pre-gaming it up, partying it up. There is going to be a school supply drive hosted by the V Block. So bring all your school supplies and help them out to donate. Go do that. It's the first game back in 3 weeks. I think the last game was May the 28th against San Jose, I believe.
Yeah.
The last match between the Galaxy and San Jose, Seattle beat us 3-0. In a game that was a lot closer than scoreline suggested it to be, but hopefully this is it's a better Galaxy side that'll play on actual grass, and maybe that'll help them out, but we'll see. What do you think? What team will we see? We see a little more rejuvenated team, have a little break. You have guys like Legit coming back from a.
I'm more worried about Seattle with a break.
Yeah.
Like
getting the fresh.
More so than I am like, hey, we got a break. It's more like, oh shit, those fuckers got a break too. They had some players out on national team call as well, but they are a competing MLS contending team. They're missing some big guys. I think Lodero's still not all the way up. I certainly can't buy him on fantasy yet. We keep games like these. We want to keep.
Did you? Right,
go ahead.
Interrupt you. The MLS fantasy stuff. Did you? I forgot there was a game.
Austin SKC on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I was
Busio
like,
got me 8 points. What are you talking about?
ESPN game. Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, I grabbed a couple Austin players, or no, I grabbed a couple SKC players.
Wouldn't the smart thing would just be how would you do that if you would just load up on 3 Austin players, 3 Kansas City players?
So the way it works this season, you don't get double points if somebody has double game week. They play both.
So they're
weeks.
considering that week plus this next week.
Correct, and then whichever week it gets the most points.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were going to count that and then the following week.
They're on their shit this year, man.
It's just so strange. It's just strange. It just came out of nowhere. Sorry.
But it was like a weird squeezed in game, and so they that week and this upcoming round of fixtures counts together.
I think they said something like that. They had to reschedule this game because of like Austin's going to be hosting like a Gold Cup game or something.
Oh, good for them.
So something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But anyway, what were we talking about?
I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Talking about the you're more worried about Seattle being rested than the Galaxy being rested.
Oh yeah. We want to keep it close, keep it respectable. What I'm hoping, honestly, I think it's probably like a 1-1 game. 1-1 would be generous but potentially fair, given that we're at home. It's one of those games where it's like, hey, if you're listening to this, you need to get behind them because they're going to need you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be something for them to hear you. Javier got to hear all of you once. Like once. That was it. And then the world shut down.
Oh, that was a fucking good game. Like, not the game, but like the crowd.
The experience, yeah.
It was like MLS level crowd. The people were nuts that day.
Yeah, we got 1 day of that. Yeah. And then everything
the world shut down.
The world went crazy.
Yeah. Like
his life went more public than he probably would have liked. The turmoil that was going on with him. Like everything went nuts after one game. Like this is, again, homecoming. This is your opportunity to imagine that, man. Like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because it's against Seattle. But imagine you get your Chicha hat trick against the Sounders.
It's every week.
Imagine it's Spirit Bomb.
Look.
Spirit Bomb mentality, baby. Spirit Bomb mentality. It's the way we roll. It's the way we roll now. It's the way we live.
Say it right, dude.
We don't do that episode 1 missing Don Jaime anymore. We're on the Spirit Bomb mentality, brother. Imagine he does it at home with that building sold out for the first time in 15 months.
That building would be.
I'm gonna be pregnant. Yeah. Like everyone's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be wild. But you all have whether it's anything crazy or not. Just when they walk out of the tunnel, you have the opportunity to make them feel at home. Like it could be a game that's 1-1. It could be a game where we're getting blown out. Whatever.
I can imagine like this, having the limited capacity and how loud it was. Even just a limited capacity.
Oh yeah.
And how it's going to be.
It's going to be wild.
Now with 3 times as many as that many people that were allowed in the. It's going to be.
I'm gonna film shit for you. Don't worry, I got you. It's going to be.
So I'm going to be on like Instagram stories and be like,
motherfuckers. Oh, with Ohio playing in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's going to be fun, and it could be good. It could be really, really. It could be a great moment. It really could. I hate to say it, and it sucks that you're not going to be there.
You just keep making it better.
Keep making it better. Twist that knife.
Yeah.
It really could be one of those games that we look back on, and this is his. Like, you have Zlatan coming off the bench and going crazy. You have even Chicharito's hat trick at home this year. You do kind of get these moments every now and again. And this is an opportunity anyway to be one of those. If it's something
and
special.
then also Seattle definitely of any team, Seattle
one of the best teams.
Seattle is the best team in MLS and has the potential to just spoil the night of all the fans coming back.
Yeah. And they're consistent. They're consistently good. They're consistently strong and good. I've gotten to watch a little extra MLS this year, and mostly due to fantasy. But Seattle's good, man. Seattle's a tough fucking outfit by the standards of our league, of our region. If you guys get behind them and something special happens, this could be a very important week for the season for everyone, for what we got going forward.
Yeah, so it definitely, if you're going to be at that game, like
I'll be there. The wife will be there. Me and Eric are coming, baby.
You got to sing your hearts out. If you're going to be loud, wherever you are in the stadium,
do what you do.
Let them be heard.
If you're in the South, and this is one of those games, especially for the Sounders, there can't be anywhere to hide. They're in your corner, go get them. Like, don't throw shit at them. Don't do anything nuts. Don't get banned. But you got to be on their ass everywhere they go in that building. Like, no downtime, no comfortability. Stay on them.
No, give them hell, fans. I wish I was there. I really do wish I was there.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing.
Chichatric.
It's going to be amazing. We'll see.
Zubatric.
That would...
You'd be like, fuck it, Denise, I'm out of here. I'm going back home.
I can get behind the Chicha one. Zubac, that's just reaching, bro.
You don't think it'll ever happen?
No, not for
the Galaxy.
Not for the Galaxy.
He won't be on the field long enough in one game.
I love Zubay, but that's
Zubatric.
Yeah. With the Leggett back, we have a couple of guys back. I mean, at least you have a little bit of the
Is he
firepower.
back? He's back.
He's back.
Okay.
You'll have a little bit of that firepower back in the attack, and it is a little scary though with Derek Williams being out, and you have Koulibaly, who I suspect might start, but it could be a Daniel Steres, Nick DePew starting combo against the Sounders.
Let's go, baby.
Mad about it.
Big tackle. Hey, clean sheet in the last game. Keep it going.
All right.
Was it clean sheet? It was clean sheet, right? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I have zero recollection. It was a long time ago.
Me too. It was. Oh wait, yeah, it was.
Boom, it was a clean sheet.
Because it was against San Jose.
Yeah.
And we beat them on an own goal.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember.
Ron Sear on goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a little worrisome with Seattle's attack and how well they are, and having say Koulibaly starts, it's a new guy, new league, 2-3 weeks of training.
It's a rough team to start against.
Yeah.
But if he shuts them down, this would be the. Why don't we become the podcast of like fantastical ideas?
I'm pretty sure that's already us.
Really?
You literally call a hat trick for Chicharito every week, and have been for a year and a half.
That's not true. That's definitely not true.
You literally just talked about a Zubac hat trick like 5 minutes ago.
First off, it's Lord Zubac, so watch yourself.
Okay, sorry.
Why not? Why not? Could happen. It's got to happen at some point, right? He's a forward.
Yeah, but is he?
Zubatric, baby.
Zubatric. There we go. We'll take you on a fantastic voyage.
Let's sign him up to my fantasy team right now.
I mean, you know what? That could be it. That could be the positive energy.
Yeah.
Into the world.
Somebody's got to do it.
So you think Nick DePew starts over Koulibaly on Saturday?
I don't know.
I mean, you signed him for a reason, right?
You sign him for and if he's a long-term guy,
and it's not like he's been with the team.
You throw him in
for a couple of days. He's been there for. I mean, I would say he's been there for nearly a month now.
They're posting pictures of him getting his. I think he got his hair cut at the barber and everything.
Yeah, the official LA Galaxy barber, where everyone goes get their hair did.
I don't know. I'd like to see him play. I'm eager. I'm eager to see an 11. I know it's still early. It's still fourth, fifth of the way through the season. Let me see my fucking 11. Let me see my goddamn 11.
Yeah.
And by the time I get everyone in, Leget's going to be gone, and Araujo might be gone, and Chicho might be gone.
Yeah. I mean, you have a handful of guys are going to be gone.
I just want to see. I just want to see my starting 11. It's
that might have
Augie is going to be gone.
I think that might have to wait till in August before we see an actual
It's going to be a long time, man. It's going to be a while. What? Good on everybody.
Which is crazy, man. We won't see our full first 11 until probably August.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a good thing. I mean, maybe that's when we, how it always was with Bruce is season doesn't start till August.
Yeah, well, Bruce is a playoff. Bruce just that's kind of Vanny's thing this year. It's returning respectability and getting to the playoffs. Anything else is kind of icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think comes from this game, man? Do you think we have to survive? Do you think we give it to go at Seattle, or is it more just we're gonna play defensively and try to get them on a counter? I imagine
a mixture of a lot of your answers.
You have Cabral now, that wasn't there before. Have a little bit more speed on the wing.
Ground Sears had a little more time.
A little more time to acclimate to.
Definitely a little more French.
Yeah, a little more comfortable. You should have Leggett back. You should have Victor Vasquez fully fit back. You should have a Chicha who's had some time to rest. Is probably going to be ready to go.
Pipo was on the bench in our game against San Jose. I think that was his first match on the bench. He was also on the bench for where's he from? Costa Rica. He was on the bench for Costa Rica in their match.
I think he came on eventually, and then
I turned it off.
Yeah. And then they lost 4-0 to the United States. So.
What are you gonna do?
USA.
Hey, so yeah, it's a couple different options, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us try to attack early, and then get set up to kind of bunker in and survive and catch them on a break.
Because I remember correctly, that's kind of how it was in the game in Seattle. It was like that first 15 minutes, like the Galaxy really looked like they were.
See if you can get something.
Yeah.
See if you can get something when the energy is high, and the thing is, like, with the way the stadium is going to be. And with the way
that's going to be
open
big,
attendance
big time energy.
It's going to be big energy to start out with. So, like, if you're going to stretch yourself, first couple minutes is the time to do it.
I think that's for either team. Like either team, like they need to come out.
Seattle will need to survive the opening. Like 10 might even be long.
But I think it would benefit them if they came out like they have to come out strong in those first 15 and like get that crowd like
Seattle.
Yeah.
If they could get a couple good chances, it would help deaden the crowd. But really, Seattle's the better team. All they need to do is survive our initial burst, and then after our initial burst, we should instinctively kind of settle into the game and start defending against the better team, kind of coming at us. I could see Seattle going, hey, let's try to get a goal early, or let's try to get a couple good chances early and take the crowd out of it. They can survive 10 minutes and then just pressure you and pummel you and quiet everybody and do that with a clean sheet. I don't know that it's in their best interest to come out trying to attack as early as possible. But yeah, they might do. Looking at the way they play this year.
Yeah, I just feel like they'd want to come out, get an early goal just to quiet that crowd, because it's going to be loud and it's going to be a lot of energy in that stadium.
Yeah, I don't know if I were Schmetzer, and I'm certainly not, and he's been around way longer than I have. I don't know.
He only has 2 stars on his shirt. You got the 5.
Yeah, but I did nothing to earn these.
I don't know, man. You were there for 3 of them. So
I was really loud for a bit, and that's pretty much it. Everybody else did more than me.
Don't sell yourself short, man.
No, man. I helped. That's all I ever did.
You did your part.
I did my part when it was time to do my part, and then other people did their part.
You honestly, you deserve like some of the rings.
Some of the rings? Jesus. I'm talking about like barely painting banners and flags.
No, man. I definitely think you deserve it.
Who am I taking it from?
There's definitely guys that didn't deserve it who are on that roster, on those rosters.
Give me a year.
Let's go 2011. Like, I don't know.
Deshaun Robinson. Even though he's my boy. I love Deshaun Robinson. Come on.
Best what, 5 minutes of his life?
29.
Was it 29 minutes?
29
okay.
minutes, yeah. You come in, play a few minutes, hit the bench, never play another second for the team, win a championship, celebrate like you've been here all year, retire.
Get that ring, baby.
Genius.
Love
Deshaun Robinson. You know what? Give him another ring.
Look at that, because you can put that on your CV like, oh yeah, retired a champion.
Go to Brian Jordan's Twitter right now. It says 2-time MLS Cup champion. Some things just, once you got it, it's your piece of paper, man. Don't worry about the diploma. You write it on your resume. You're good.
I mean, those are like Tiffany's, bro.
Yeah.
Those are like.
Oh, he pawned that shit.
If times is tough, those are retirements right there.
Let me Google 2011 MLS Cup ring right now.
Oh, there's people who have found some on like eBay. And
there's sites you can buy like championship rings.
Yeah. All right, let's get a lineup and we'll get into our predictions then, Chris. Who do you think? Obviously, you got up top. You got Chicha, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it'll be unless we get something outlandish like Ravalosin starting, it's going to be probably pretty straightforward. I mean,
Ravalosin, I think he's still working in his paperwork.
Then you may not have Jonathan play.
We'll see if he's back from
his injury. Yeah, you might not have Jonathan play, and then you're looking at like.
Well, I think what Greg was talking about, it's not severe. It was more of like.
It was precautionary. So yeah, you'll need him. You'll need him for sure. Jonathan Saldana? Jonathan Harvey? I'll add Steele in the middle.
I think if it's anyone, Greg is
Could
kind
be
of
Leggett. He was working on that Leggett pairing. Because that was when, what was it? Even when Grandsir went down, and they brought in another player to play with. I forget who they brought. Was it Sasha? I think they brought Sasha in, and they moved Sasha up to the point because they wanted Leggett to play next to Jonathan. It was important that Leggett play next to Jonathan.
Yeah, and it was odd though because that's not just because I don't know if Sasha's a 70-minute guy anymore.
He's not. Yeah, but you got to do with what you got to make do with what you have.
Yeah. Most important, let's talk about that back line then. What do you see? Do you see Steres Depew center back pairing, or do you see Koulibaly get his debut?
Could be Pipo.
I very much doubt.
He's on the bench for the first time. He's getting there, getting closer.
I very much doubt that it's going to be Pipo. Like I would put money down that it's not going to be Pipo.
What if it's Pipo and he gets a game-winning goal?
I still say trade that dude.
93rd minute. 93rd minute banger.
Get your goal. Bring up your market value so we can sell you and get more money for you.
Ka-ching.
Yes.
The Leggett model. Yeah, man. Depew against Rui Diaz is scary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's really scary. But he handles Vela, man. And he handled the fuck out of San Jose. Yeah, it would be Depew. Unless Koulibaly's ready to go, it would be Depew. And even if he is ready to go, it would probably still be Depew. These are the games that you bring someone like him in. So if he is ready to go, yeah, I shoot with him if he's good to go. But I don't know that he is. Right. So I would say Depew, Steres, Villafana, Steres, Depew, Araujo, Cabral, Jonathan. I can't pick out a partner for Jonathan. Would Harvey make sense as a D mid to clog up the middle? Saldana makes sense as someone.
You got to have Leggett in there, though.
Saldana makes sense as someone who's good at maintaining possession and taking the safe pass. Leggett makes sense as someone who was starting next to Jonathan recently, and the coaching staff put a lot of importance on those two playing next to each other. And Victor came back from his injury finally and got on the field, so he could start up there. Sasha could play. I hope it's not Sasha.
I don't think Sasha starts.
Really slow midfield. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm a bit at a loss. For the sake of an answer, I'll go Jonathan.
I think
Saldana.
I think your three in the middle you're gonna have is you're probably gonna have a Vasquez behind Chicha, and you have Jonathan and Leggett in the middle right there.
My only thing with the Vasquez was if you're trying to get him more minutes for match fitness, like you definitely didn't accomplish that in the last 2 weeks. He could be in training. He could have hard scrimmages in training, but it's not the same as building match fitness. And it seems like,
I'm on the Vasquez train, baby.
I'm with you, but it just seems like we slow played bringing him back, and we took our time because he's an older player and wasn't really playing at like an MLS fitness level for a while. I get.
For me, I think he's done enough where it's he warrants to start.
But it's not about his ability; it's about maintaining him as a player longer.
And we're definitely going to need him come, in the next month when all these guys are going to be gone.
Undoubtedly, he's the best attacking midfielder we have, and seems like the best passer we have by a decent margin. So it's not about whether he deserves to be on the field; it's about whether playing him is the right call. I'm not sure that it is, but I don't know where his fitness is. So it would be speculative. I would love to see him on the field. I think it's necessary. I'd like to see him late in the game.
Here's the thing: is because going into the season, we're like, how is his fitness going to be?
Yeah.
And then I will speak for myself. He shut me up and was like, wow, I was very impressed.
But did he shut you up for his fitness or did he shut you up for his ability? Because you knew he could play.
I didn't think he would go, first couple of games. I didn't think he was going to start, to be fair. Like, yeah. I didn't think he was going to get those starts. When he did, he was impressive. I mean, there's a reason why we've scored more goals in those first couple games than we have without him. Like, he has been very instrumental in the way the team plays, and he knows Greg's style more than probably anybody in that entire organization.
Yeah.
He knows what it takes to play that style. I think he's been top 2, top 3 players in our team this season.
When he's available.
Yes.
Like when he's fit to play. Yeah. I mean, it's my only problem with him is the time missed relatively early in your tenure. But ability wise, yeah, clearly he's the best option for that extra level, that extra layer of thinking, and finding that ball, finding that. And pass.
I mean, I don't mind him coming off, being a super sub either. We saw when he came in for San Jose, and just the team, like the change, it's instantaneously.
Yeah,
like the team, they're sharper. They played like they were having a little more, is like, go out and play kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw them, the passes were a little more like cheeky.
Yeah.
And so like,
I wish they could. I wish they could see you move when you say cheeky. Cheeky.
Well, you can go on YouTube and find that. That's for our friend James Powell. It's cheeky. But yeah, let's get some predictions. Ben, Big Tony's asked for predictions. Ben will get you that later. I don't know. We'll ask him when he comes back, I guess.
For the record, though, Vasquez played 27 minutes since going out injured at the top of May. We'll see.
I'm on the Vasquez train.
Yeah.
I'm on that.
It's not a lot of minutes.
I'm on that. You're
caboose, on that ass. You're on that backside.
I'm on that Vasquez train caboose.
27 minutes.
I don't mind. I think top three. It's Chicha, Bond, and I think he's been amazing for the team so far.
Yeah.
I want to see him come back. I want to see him get more minutes.
Yeah. He has to stay fit. If he can stay, because it's 3 games, he did very well, and then went out hurt, and then we didn't see him for 3 games, and then we've seen him for 20-something minutes, and those minutes were very good. Those 20 minutes were exceptional, but it's just not. I'm not sure for me it's enough time to be starting.
All right, let's get some predictions. Big Tony in our live chat. Thank you for being with us, Tony. I appreciate it. I go first, and then you, Tucker, because Ben's not here, so we'll get his later. Man, it's tough, man. I want to believe that this will be like an overall like great night for the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Like full capacity. The fans will be it'll be a ruckus. Like it'll be, there's going to be such an energy in that stadium. I want to believe that it gets transferred to the players and it gets transferred to this game. I want to go all positive for this game. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna say 2-1 Galaxy.
Who do you got scoring?
I have Chicha with 1, and I'm gonna go with Cabral with the other.
Okay.
He's been so close since coming on. I think he gets 1.
Here's what's been hard for me. I have to start predicting losses at some point. I understand.
Yeah.
The logic behind it, because I want to, don't get me wrong, I want to simp for the Galaxy, but I also really want to beat you and Ben.
There's got to be a Twitter account called like
Simp for the Galaxy,
LA Galaxy Simp or something like that. If not, it's gonna happen. I feel like that
at 0cool138.
I feel like our buddy Jason would create that account.
That's who I thought about when I said the word simp. No disrespect.
Not with all due respect.
No disrespect. I'm gonna ride the fan base. I don't know whether I should, but their players haven't played in front of a full crowd in 15 months either.
We're gonna overwhelm them.
We beat them in the stands.
We'll break them.
We beat them in the stands.
We're gonna break them until they're crying, Brian Ching style.
I want to say a number, but everything logically in me tells me that number is wrong.
Don't go high scoring. I think you're gonna. Is that where you're gonna go?
Which one?
Are you going with a high scoring game?
For us, yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking it for us. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. Well, it does. What did I say at the beginning of this whole thing? The nihilism. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna take 3-1. I'm gonna take 1 from. I'm gonna go the full Cerberus. I'll take 1 from Cabral, 1 from Chicharito, and 1 from Grandsir.
You give him Grandsir a goal.
Grandsir a goal. He's got his Frenchies. French connection. Look, Ed, the French connection is in full swing. Full connection is going.
I haven't even seen Koulibaly play. I haven't seen. I mean, are we gonna put Revolution in the French category?
He's Malagasy, but I think he. I don't know.
Well, he played in France. We'll put that part of the French connection. I haven't seen those guys play, and I feel like they're gonna be better than Grandsir. I'm off. You know, until he does something that I'm like, all right, you brought me back a little bit. Nah,
He just fucking made an own goal.
Yeah,
he just made that own goal happen. That was him. The win against everyone's supposed most hated rival is Grandsir's goal. He made that happen.
all right. Okay? You know, fair enough.
Or San Jose isn't your most hated rival, and then it's fine. Then it's just a player was instrumental in the creation of an own goal against an MLS team, and you got 3 points. But if San Jose is everyone's most genuine, true, historical, most hated rival, he just made that goal.
Historically, yes. Not recent though.
He just created the goal that helped you win against your historic rival.
You know what? I already conceded. Fair enough.
It's really bonded. It's all bond.
But yeah,
if you remember,
Bond won that game.
It's really
exactly.
It's really Jonathan Bond.
Yeah. So 3-1. You're gonna give.
I'll go 3-1, man. I'll go the full trident, man.
Okay.
Head of the spear. Let's do it. Head of the trident.
And then again, we'll get Ben's when he comes back in later on. But yeah, let's get into some lightning round questions, sir.
Yeah.
I probably should have pulled that up earlier.
Nah, you're fine.
Let me get the lightning round song.
Let me see if I can find it. Hang on.
No, I meant like
shit.
with your mouth. Make it with your mouth, baby.
Do it with my mouth.
Do it with your mouth. You have a deep round. Yeah, you have the deeper voice. You can do it.
Lightning round. Pew, pew, pew. This is you because you got that.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew.
Child.
Mickey Mouse.
Helium voice.
Whatever.
How we doing? How much more time?
Oh, sorry, you distracted me. So I wasn't.
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You weren't even opening it?
No, not yet. I got it.
How long have you been doing this?
Too long.
Both our wives are like, yep.
All right, so let's get into these lightning round questions. Thank you guys so much for sending these on Instagram. You guys can find that. That's usually where we get these from because Ben hates Twitter for some reason, even though he has 3 different accounts.
It's because he's old.
Yeah, you know. This was from you, Ruben. Yes, guys. Y'all excited for Juneteenth celebration on Saturday at the game?
Yeah, I'm fascinated to see how this goes. It's gonna be great.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hopeful.
Well, you usually don't you're not usually a one, sentence answer on these questions, so that's why I was waiting.
You know, I'm glad they remember us outside of February. Like I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, what do you think they're gonna do?
I don't know, and I'm so excited. I hope there's like a freeing ceremony in the middle. That would be. I can say it. It's cool.
They just go
they start running away.
It's like like halftime shows. They have and it's just like someone breaking chains.
Yeah, but it's I'd be down with that. But it's 2021, so it's it's
and then
a Korean woman
berating white people.
Yeah, that works. I was gonna say you can't berate people, but you can berate white people, so that's fine somehow. That racism is okay, apparently. And
just yell privilege, in their faces.
Yeah. This is basically what my house is like. Just so you understand, it's basically the setup I have with 2 teenagers. It's just like you just don't understand.
You're not wearing a dashiki to the.
No. I think I'm gonna wear this jersey. I might wear the community kit.
Are the Galaxy gonna come out with the number?
Again, I don't know, but I'm so excited. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Black, red, and green number plates, and
they're gonna come out and they're gonna take a photo, and right as they take the photo, they're gonna look at the camera, and everybody's gonna go, "Wakanda forever!"
Oh,
and that'll be the end.
That'd be amazing.
That'll be it.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That actually would be okay. I love that fucking movie. I would actually be all right with that.
Jose Orozco in the chat goes, Shasta Cola presents Juneteenth at the Digs.
Oh God, they're trying. I gotta give them credit for trying.
At least they're doing it. I mean, it's more than they've done in the past. Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do. We'll see.
Yeah.
But hey, good on them. Whatever makes them feel good.
This one from Messi_dangerous. My question to you.
Messi's goal. Did you see Messi's goal against Chile? That free kick? Oh my God. That man.
Messi_dangerous. My question to you guys, what underrated player will be a major impact in 2 years?
That is a phenomenal question. What underrated of our current roster, an underrated player that'll be a major impact player in 2 years?
It's got to be like Araujo, a Saldana.
Araujo will be gone. Saldana is a good answer.
Well, does it mean impact in 2 years, like for us?
I assume it's for us. I don't care about any other team. I assume it's for us. It's really happening, man. I like watching them, but my caring about other teams is just diminishing so quickly. Saldana is a great answer. Saldana is probably the best answer. I'm hopeful for a Neil or for Kranis. Dunbar would be amazing. I don't think Ethan will be here. I don't think Kai will be here.
No?
I don't know. I would love to say Jonathan Perez. Jonathan Perez would probably make me the happiest. But I go historically, it's going to be Neil or for Kranis.
I can see for Kranis being the one. He's definitely. Well, I mean, unfortunately.
Here's where it gets hard. 2 years from now,
Neil's been injured, so it's just unfortunate.
It happens. But 2 years from now, you're 2 years further into Williams and Koulibaly. Like, if that works,
yeah,
those two are. Saldana is the best answer. He's the kid who's closest to starting, who could realistically still be here,
and realistically won't have like the competition ahead of him because
he'll have Ravalosan.
Yeah.
So he's one. He should be a step closer than Neil or for Kranis would be. If I'm the Galaxy front office, I mean, there's only one answer. It's got to be Efrain Alvarez. It's got to be Efrain Alvarez.
That's the one you would probably want to be the most impactful.
But I will say, historically, Neil for Kranis, Saldana currently, but my personal hope is Jonathan Perez from G2.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking G2 players, too, you got, like...
Cuevas.
Jorge Hernandez. Well, he's not really a G2 player, is he?
He is currently contracted to the organization. He appears currently contracted to the organization.
Is he, though?
He is allowed into games, and he isn't friends or family. So I assume he's still in some contract.
Is he, though?
I don't know.
I feel like it's like a handshake thing.
I don't know how often they do handshake agreements.
I mean...
Like, they might be offering him a new first-team deal, and he's saying no. But I imagine he was getting paid to play USL soccer last year. I imagine
last year.
Well,
yes.
I imagine he was getting paid to be in training for us this year. He's training with the first team this year.
That's I don't know. That's a whole murky situation. Who knows?
Coach's decision, I hear.
Yeah. Sorry, this is another one from our friend Ruben Yescas. What's a good time to get to the stadium to tailgate?
I don't know.
Kickoff's at 6. Gates will be open at 12.
Ask the supporters groups.
You definitely want to get in there early. It's going to be the parking is going to be.
It's going to be
crazy.
It's going to be the 4th of July.
Yes.
Like, we're going to get the 4th of July several times this year.
You're going to want to get there. I mean, at least like 2 hours before, 3 hours before. Sure. If you want to get really good like tailgate experience, because there's going to be the concert that you definitely want to get to. Mers is awesome. Mers is a dope dude. Go check him out if you haven't already. But you get a live concert for free. Go do that. Go support. The supporters group's going to have shit going on. Like, usually they have like drinks and foods and all that stuff. Like, go help them out and go have fun with them. It's going to be a lot of people. Like, you're going to want to get there.
Yeah.
The rule, my rule of thumb was always 2 hours early. But definitely you want to get there like 3 hours.
Who asked the question?
Ruben Yescas.
Ruben, go be first.
12 o'clock.
You be the first person to show up and get your spot.
11:59.
Yeah.
You go while they open it up.
Pop out that chair like that gif, light yourself a joint, and sit in the corner and wait for the day to come to you.
I guarantee you there's going to be a ton of people showing up at noon.
Yeah. I'm coming with a toddler, so I will get there whenever best suits my young prince.
This one from our good friend Travis, off the post 18.
Fredo says 1 o'clock.
There you go.
I trust Fredo.
And listen to Fredo.
Yeah.
Fredo knows best.
Typically.
Yes. How many people are you going to tongue kiss on Saturday?
You're not going to be there.
Me,
right?
I probably one, I would say, with my wife. But I won't be at the game.
Yeah.
And I don't tongue kiss. I toss salads.
Wow. I don't tongue kiss. I toss salads.
That was the joke from a couple weeks ago.
I don't remember
you
that.
You remember that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just terrifying that you said that to me.
Yeah. I looked you dead in the eye, too.
I don't know, man. I'm all vaccinated up, so I'm
vaccine queen.
I'm out in these streets ready to go.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I won't be tongue kissing anyone.
Whoever my wife lets me.
Yeah.
So probably her.
Probably and a lot of dudes.
I don't think she'd be all right with that.
No.
She's watching out for me.
Prude.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. okay with you thinking my wife is a prude. That's okay.
No, I love your wife. This one from our good friend Daniel over there at in 121 ACB. And you know, if you need shirts, hit them up, dude. They're Angel City Printing.
He's a nice guy.
Good dudes. If you could choose anyone to perform at your tailgate before a game, who would it be?
Ask the question again. I'm sorry.
If you could choose anyone to perform at your tailgate before a game, who would it be?
Oh,
let's say alive.
Alive?
Yeah. Let's say one alive and then one dead. Who would you like?
Alive?
Yeah.
Bootsy Collins. Dead? I don't know, man. I got Prince. Yeah, alive Bootsy Collins and dead Prince, and I want them to play together.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That would be the fucking best.
Okay. Who would I do? Alive? Who would I want to see live?
Michael McDonald.
Welcome to Step Home.
Yeah. It's the worst.
It's terrible. I know. Sorry.
But it's fine because everyone's like, who is Michael McDonald? They don't even know you did a bad impression. Yeah.
I will be there.
Oh, Big Tony. AC/DC alive. Johnny Cash dead.
Oh, Johnny Cash is good.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout. That's a good show right there.
Yeah. Alive. Oh man, the specials. I love the specials. That'd be a good show to see before. Yeah, I think that yeah, we'll say that.
That's good.
Should I? Your wife actually asked a question. Should I leave it for the end?
Sure. It's a personal call.
Well, she asked, what does Zero want for his birthday? Peace and quiet.
I'll be in Hawaii. I won't care. I don't know. I don't really think anything.
Are you gonna be in Hawaii for your birthday?
Yeah. I think we come back 2 or 3 days later. No, I don't really. I want. I
don't think it's the 11th or the 18th.
My birthday's the 11th.
Oh, okay, 7-11. That's
7-11. And then
yeah, you'll be in.
Fucking doctor was like, "Oh, lucky kid, idiot. What do you know?"
How many people were born on 7-11? A shit ton.
They can't all be lucky.
Yeah.
Like some of us have to be ugly and unlucky. Like it just has to. It has to happen.
And the only reason he's calling you lucky is because the stupid store's name is 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like those are lucky
thing?
numbers. Yeah. No. Those are like. It's like, oh, lucky. Yeah. 10 months ago, my dad banged my mother. Now I'm here. Luck. Idiot.
Luck be a lady tonight.
It's like, with this ozone, I'm lucky? Crazy. But I guess he's like, well, he is a black man, and this is the best time in history for him to have been born. At least post-America being created. So not too bad.
I mean, yeah.
Pre-America being created, kind of all right.
Yeah.
But, well, not even America, a bunch of other places. But, you know, in the world.
Yeah, what do you want for your birthday? What would you like for your birthday?
There's a lot of European, the Euros finals on. So I'm going to watch that. I'm going to drink some whiskey. I'm simple, man. I'm dumb. Like I just want to sit and I want to not have to do things. That's really all it is. Like I just want to be able to sit. I want to go running, probably. I'll go running that day.
On the beach?
Ironically, probably not. But
I'll find a street somewhere.
Probably.
Tired of the beach.
Tired.
Stupid beautiful beaches.
Stupid water. No, I don't know. Yeah, I got everything I need. I'm cool.
All right. I think that was her like probing.
Yeah, but she also knows. Like she could just ask me, and I would be like, "Oh, I want this." I want a Messi jersey, real bad. But other than that, I want the 2000. Oh, I can get it for a specific thing. I want the 08-09 Barcelona season Messi jersey. It's the like half cut in the middle.
Oh yeah,
it's the season we're watching. Okay. Damien and I are watching right now.
This one from Zerk_18. Is Leggett a Galaxy quote unquote legend? Aside from winning a chip, has he done enough?
A legend? No, I don't think winning a championship necessarily makes you a legend. I just think
it helps.
I think it's necessary for most legendary players to be given that title. But winning, Christian Wilhelmsen's not a legend. And it's not fair to compare those two. Obviously, Legett's done way more than Wilhelmsen. But I don't know that I call Pete Vagenas a legend. And he has played a lot of games and was a captain.
Had he not joined the front office?
I don't think I called him a legend before.
No?
I don't.
That guy was 8 years of service.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm not. But not saying someone isn't a legendary player for your club isn't disrespectful to them. It's not. How's that legendary? A legendary status. If you don't get legendary status, I'm disrespecting you.
When you've played a third,
Now you sound like those people on my Twitter account.
The third of the year for your organization, I think it's hard to not call them like a legend for your team.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Bingham has the second most appearances for a goalkeeper. Like, is he a legendary goalkeeper for the Galaxy?
He's definitely legendary, but not in the right reason.
But that's what I mean. Like, legendary players are remembered long past their retirement. I don't know that Leget's done anything yet to be remembered long past his retirement for the Galaxy.
I think
I don't know that I bring him up as a legendary comparison in the future in the same way I just brought Pete Vianis up.
I think you're right with Pete, though. I think, and unfortunately, he will be forgotten.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's unfortunate because of his stint here and how poorly it went. Had he not done that, I think he would be one of those guys like a Kobe who would be like, oh yeah, Pete was served for the club for a long time, and I think he would have been an ambassador for the team had he not been so terrible at his jobs. Pete
will be forgotten primarily for being a defensive midfielder. He's just not a flashy player. He's not in a lot of highlights. He's not an overly.
But you
player.
understand what I'm saying, like
I get what you mean. But he's just not an overly flashy guy. You name Kobe Jones, like fucking Kobe goddamn Jones, like tops in a significant amount of stats in the history of the Galaxy. Landon Donovan, most goals ever scored. Robbie Keane is a captain. A shit ton, 50 goals scored in or 100 or what is it? 50 goals in however many years, whatever. You have these guys who got their legendary status through these specific actions that you can kind of go and relive over and over again. And I just think in the defensive players that doesn't get remembered as much. And then certainly in Pete, you don't have all the gifts, and you don't have the videos, and you don't have you don't have all the extra stuff you got from Yella. And you look how quick they forgot. And when I say they, I mean like the Galaxy, how quickly they forgot Robin Fraser and how quickly they forgot Dan Kalishman as former captains. Defensive players are just a lot easier to kind of forget over time. And the attacking players, because their stats are important and get reviewed regularly.
And they're a little bit easier to watch on the video replays and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to say with Sebastian. He could be around long enough to kind of earn that with a couple of championships. From what he's done so far, I don't think consistently being here and consistently being here is enough for that to be the case.
I think Jesus pointed out it's a great point. Siba is a notable player, not legend.
Yeah.
But he could be a legend if he balls out for years.
100%.
I like that part. Notable.
He's a notable player.
Notable player, not a legend.
It was my plan for how I think the Galaxy should go about honoring players. You should have a Legends Plaza of statues for your upper echelon, genuinely, unquestionably legendary
guys
players.
who you're arguing who should be put on that Mount Rushmore.
Yes, exclusively.
Yeah.
Genuine, unquestioned legendary players. The Ring of Honor system they have should be for those other notable players.
Yes.
Mike McGee, players who will never get a statue, whether they were great or not. Mike McGee, Kevin Hartman, Sebastian Lletget when the time comes, if that's the avenue you want to go.
Robin Fraser,
Kalishmans, things like that. And then
your
third,
Roots, all those a lot of those early guys too.
And then third, you can have the Wall of Legends, and put Alan Gordon and Edson Buttle, like guys who may not necessarily make your Ring of Honor and certainly will never make Legends Plaza, but should be remembered well into the future. It's possible to remember multiple levels of players without them all necessarily being air quotes legendary.
And you got space, man. You can make like a little museum area.
Keep building that wall up.
Yeah.
Just where you have the Wall of Legends, do that exact same thing and add Mike McGee's face and add Dan Kalishman's face and add Robin Fraser's face and add Zlatan's face, because you definitely want to do that. And you can just keep going. And 40 years in the future, some kid will be able to look at it and go, oh, that was Kobe Jones. Yeah, he was a legendary player, was captain for the first championship.
No, Fredo, not Mikey Stevens.
No. Not a legend.
No. Not even notable players.
Just a guy.
Just a dude who scored a goal on dance.
But ask yourself if Daniel Steres is a legend, and then that kind of answers your Seba question.
No, again, notable player.
Notable player. Yeah. And I don't even think most fans would call Daniel Steres a notable player. He's just a guy who's been here a long time, and that happens. But he's been here just like Seba. He's been here a long time during a terrible time period.
Yeah.
We don't really have legendary players in this time period. Zlatan again being your anomaly. And that's only because he was individually an anomaly.
Zlatan is going to be, legendary anywhere he goes.
Yeah.
All right. This one from Stay in Trucha? Whatever. I don't know. How do you get a joy of running? LOL.
like how do you develop?
I'm assuming, how do you enjoy running? We answered that. I was like, you don't.
I thought about that. I do. I enjoy running. I genuinely do. It's like anything in your life. You just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And eventually it becomes this thing, where if I don't work out, I get not angry, but I get stressed easier.
A little more antsy.
A little antsier. I'm aware of,
well, it's like if you're
my emotional swings.
It's like when you're eating well and then you have that one really shitty meal, like you feel it.
It's all momentum.
It's like you feel it.
Yeah. The answer to weight loss or to anything you're trying to do, the answer I've found so far in life anyway, is momentum. You just keep doing it, and eventually it becomes this thing where
second nature.
Especially as a guy, I think. No disrespect to the women, I just can't speak for your experience, but especially as a guy, I think there is this thing of like, once you can do it, it's like, well, can I do it better? Can I do it better than I used to do it? Like, compete against yourself. Like, you are the only person you're actually competing against. Yeah. You're alone in the universe. Keep competing against yourself. I like improving on my past runs. So when that comes up, I'm like, fuck.
Especially when you're like a numbers person. Like, if you see numbers, you're like, oh, okay. And you're improving on those numbers, you're like, okay.
I like rules. I like structure and order, and numbers allow me to know very clearly and definitively when I'm improving. So I as with anything, I enjoy improving.
Right. All right, this one from our good friend Take the Wheel 64. Is Leget's U.S. men's national team form better because of the players around him, tactics, position, or competition?
Well, I wouldn't say tactics because I'm still not really sure I understand what they're doing. The players around him are significantly better, even when he's playing with the MLS U.S. men's national team roster. The crop of players around him are usually better, which is strange.
Are you sure? You sure McKinney's better than any of our center midfielders?
Than Adam Saldana? Yeah, he's playing with better players, and he's in good form. He's in a good nick right now, and or purple patch, as they say, and you just want to keep that going as long as he can. Keep him positive and feeling good. I should drop one of those French guys and put Leggett in there. He's probably going to score. He's probably going to score this weekend.
You're more than likely going to have a Leggett goal.
I feel like he might get a goal this. Yeah. Whatever. If Tony, if I can change it to Leggett, I want to change Grand Cyr to Leggett. If I can't, that's fine.
You are the rules master.
Yeah, I try to make it easy. But yeah, I feel like I answered that. Was that good?
I don't know. I don't know if we answered it because you went on a rant about like your goal scorers, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's 100% he has better players around him.
He has a significant improvement.
Tactics,
of quality.
Not so sure about that.
I think Vanny would be a better coach for the national team than Berhalter, but I also think Vanny's a better coach for the Galaxy than Berhalter. So
yeah,
that's fine.
I agree with that.
He took that Leggett instead of Grand Cyr.
Okay, cool. With Gold Cup and World Cup qualifiers around the corner, how much will we miss certain players?
I'm watching so much soccer now. It's
There's a ridiculous amount of soccer
so good
right now. It's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Copa America is going on. AFCON's getting ready to start.
The Euros
are going on. Let's go.
You had a bunch of like women's international friendlies too.
Yeah. I didn't even hear the whole question. He mentioned the tournaments and I blanked out.
How much will we miss certain players?
A lot. Oh yeah. Leggett, we're gonna miss a lot. If Chicharito actually gets called up, we're probably fucked. But other than that, I think we're pretty fine. Chicharito's probably not getting called. Araujo's probably not getting called. Pipo doesn't matter.
For Gold Cup, I can imagine. I can see Araujo getting called for that.
You think?
Yeah. It depends on if you
20. Was it
you had
23-man roster?
You had a lot of your European-based players play in that Nations League. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be released for that month of soccer again, but I can definitely see Berhalter using like a secondary team to come in for that tournament. And so I definitely think Araujo could definitely be on that, at least on the roster.
Yeah, I mean, I provisional. I'm sure he'll probably end up at some point, but yeah, I mean, maybe even Araujo out. I liked Fisher a lot,
but he might be gone for Jamaica.
For Jamaica, yeah. Oh, so what happened? Who slots into that right back spot?
It would have been nice to have, like, I don't know, a Mauricio. I was gonna say
Cienfuegos.
Yeah. Mauricio Cuevas to come in and.
It would have to be Pipo, right?
I don't know.
I think it would have to be Pipo. I can't think of anyone else.
No, because even if you had Villafania move over to that right side, but you're gonna be missing. You're probably gonna be missing.
Left his whole life,
and you're probably gonna be missing Danilo Acosta with Honduras. So,
and Pipo will be with Costa Rica.
Yeah. You might be calling up some reserve players.
They're on G2 contracts. You'd have to give them first team deals. That will be fascinating. Right back will be very interesting. I don't know what they do.
Just play through in the back.
Yeah. You could play Koulibaly, Steris, and Williams at 3 in the back. I'm going to take Villafania out.
Oh, that's right. Or just play him as a left center back, or play him as your overlapping defender. Play maybe a 5-man back line. But the only problem is that Cabral doesn't play defense, so I don't know if he's going to be able to.
I don't know what they do. I can't find a right back. I don't know what they do. Owen Lamb is on G2. He's stuck. Cuevas doesn't have a contract. He's stuck. O'Neal Fisher's gone with Jamaica. He's gone, so he'd be gone. Araujo's gone. He'd be gone. Pipo would be gone. Steris doesn't play right back. Depew doesn't play right back. They played for Kranis and Neal at outside back a little bit during preseason, and that's got to be the reason. So you play Marcus at right back. I don't know what you do. Grandsir doesn't really play defense. I don't know what you do.
Didn't Koulibaly come in and he actually played right back for
a heartbeat?
For a heartbeat, yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I remember when we signed him that he actually played like a bunch of the positions in the back line. So there's a possibility that you could probably maybe move him back.
That would make the most sense if he can cover it outside back a little. He has at least according to Transfer Market, he's played a little outside back. But that he would be the only one I could think of. I don't know what else they would do. And I apologize, like I'm speaking from ignorance because I haven't watched him play. When I have seen him play, he's played center back. Yeah,
I think I saw that from Transfer Market that he actually played like a little bit of center, like a little bit of like everywhere, center back, center defensive mid, and then that right back position.
12 matches at right back, most recently the 2018-19 season. So
that's not
certainly not recently. Yeah. Last time was January 2019, so not even deep into the 2019 season.
But it's not really like
it's not foreign to him. He doesn't have to master it.
Yeah.
He just has to play it long enough for Jamaica to get eliminated, or for Costa Rica to get Jamaica to get eliminated.
I don't know. Costa Rica's
not great.
They might be the worst of those teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we need someone to get eliminated, or Araujo to get cut, all of which is possible.
Yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, I don't know what they.
It's going to be tricky. It's gonna be a little tricky.
I'm in. He played 12 matches. At least his best Transfer Market has.
So it's not out of the question that he can play right back. It's good.
It's in his wheelhouse.
All right, last question of the night. This one from Leo Hong BR or Leo Han GBR. I don't know. Would it be bad to tell people to not vote a single Galaxy player to the idiotic All-Star game? You can.
Bad?
But there's a thing they have where they can actually choose the players that they
free
want.
Will. No, I'm always a proponent that, at least for the fan voting aspect, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any logical sense.
Right.
For you as a fan to vote your player into the All-Star game, especially if this player is not a homegrown player on your team making, comparatively no money. If it's one of your designated players or one of your TAM players, one of your, being realistic, your upper echelon financial if it's a big player, voting them into the All-Star game doesn't make any sense.
It's not going to matter.
You lose Chicharito in the All-Star game, we're screwed. We're screwed.
But here's the thing: is even if he's not voted in,
He's going in.
He's going in because there's the picks that from.
He's the reason we're playing them.
Why do you think like the poster was like Vela, him, and like other Mexican national team players?
I imagine whether he's voted or not.
Alan Pulido.
Pulido's probably gonna get called in. Carlos Vela probably gonna get called in.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Efrain Alvarez be a commissioner's pick. Like, come on.
Well, are they gonna have like they usually do like the under 22 games or whatever they've done like the last couple of years, or they did like years ago.
Who cares?
Whatever.
You certainly. How about this? I wouldn't tell people not to vote for your players, but I would certainly encourage people to vote for other teams' players.
Yes, that's the thing, is to vote other players.
You shouldn't tell people what to do, but you can definitely be like, hey, you know who deserves to go? Anybody else, not my guys.
Yeah.
And then to send whatever Galaxy player that is, send them a DM and be like, hey, you're the All-Star in my heart. Sorry you didn't get called in.
Jesus Gallardo says, vote Gonzalez to raise the transfer value.
Manchester United, get him over the
There you
line.
go, man. There you go. Other than that, man, anything else before we get out of here?
Congrats to Augie Williams going.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone going to the AFCON, African Cup of Nations.
SoCal boy Kai Kamara scoring the goal to get them through.
Augie Williams will be the first, at least as far as I could find, and I could be wrong. Somebody correct me if I am. But best as I can tell, the first Galaxy player, or the first player to represent the Galaxy at the African Cup of Nations, as best I could find.
Yeah.
So I could be wrong, and if I am, someone please inform me. I don't care enough to look.
There you go.
It doesn't matter.
On that note, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Again, a little housekeeping. I won't be here next week. I will be in Ohio. And then the 3 weeks after that, our good friend, Mr. Tucker, will be on a much-deserved vacation with his wife and his baby in Hawaii.
Hey.
So we will have a rotating...
Listening to Don Ho on loop.
We'll have a rotating guest for those weeks that Chris isn't here. So please, look out for those weeks. We'll still be going live. So we'd love you guys to come in and show the guest host some love. They'd much appreciate it. And we'd much appreciate you guys sticking with us. And we love you guys. Be well, be safe, be positive, be nice to each other. Also, Patreon, we do have the episode. It will be up on Friday, our usual times. We do have the giveaway for the authentic community kit that we did for the 40 Patreon subscribers. Remember, if we get 100, we're going to be doing a full season ticket giveaway.
It's still crazy.
So get in that if you want. If you want to support us, again, it was a much appreciated support, especially during these last year and a half where
it's been a weird time, man.
Yeah. So be safe. We love you guys again.
Be nice to each other.
Be nice to each other. On that note, bye.